Good day, everybody. It's your guy here, the unknown, and today I want us to go through some beautiful trades. Okay, my objective is for you to see these things in real time. Hence, I always share these things. And if you look at it, the criteria are the same day in, day out. Okay, so guys, today was Wednesday actually, and it was a very beautiful day. We had beautiful moves, and the biggest reason is because we had news. Okay, if you look here, we had news. We had PMI, and then we actually had the Fed Chair Power Speaker. Okay, and these are the most explosive news. Why? Because these are the first releases. Okay, we are at the beginning of the month, and the first releases are the most explosive news. Yes, throughout the month we're still gonna have a revision of PMI, and we're still gonna have our Fed Chair PowerShell Speaker, where they are literally revising, correcting here and there. Those ones won't be as volatile as these ones because these are first releases. Okay, so please be aware that the first releases are more volatile than the revisions. Okay, so these ones were actually expected to be more volatile today because they are first releases. Okay, so yes, okay, I've already drawn the box here. Let me show you. I'm on a 1 minute time frame, but I usually do this on a 5 minute time frame or a 15 minute time frame, roughly 5 to 10 minutes before the US session starts. So I'm on USDT. Okay, if you look at USDT, you'll just see this is the closing price. Let me just pull this down. You see this dotted line, this is the closing price. Okay, and I want to share with you something before we even go a little bit further. Okay, when I pull these prices down here, you will see we have a couple of levels. We have the high of yesterday, we have the low of yesterday, and then we have the closing price, which is this red dotted line. These black dotted lines actually represent the low and the high of the yesterday. Guys, to be honest, these are the most important levels. Okay, these are the most important levels. People talk about support and resistance, and you're gonna see a lot of support and resistance when you come to these lines. Okay, either the closing price of the previous day, this is where yesterday closed, or the highest point where the price that was reached yesterday, or the lowest price that was reached yesterday. Okay, so as you can see, yes, this is where they were trading actually below the closing price, and we did talk about this because indices move well in the US session, so they're just gonna literally use the entire day to trap traders. Okay, trap traders, they're not gonna be going anywhere most of the time. They'll just be going up and down just to gather volumes so that they can punish during the US session. Okay, so yes, of course, where is trap volume? When USDT opened, we couldn't tell where trap volume was. Okay, and the main reason is because they are opening in between. You see, the high is here, the low, we still have a low over here, but they are opening in between. So this actually prevents us from knowing, because we are opening in the middle, so we don't know if traders are trapped up or if they are trapped down. Okay, but if maybe they've trapped down and it's opening up here, then we can tell that everybody down is literally trapped when the session opens. So now we can't really tell, and this happens sometimes. Okay, so we have to trade with caution. Okay, so guys, let's look at USDT. I will want to show you something very important. Okay, something very important. Please pay close attention. Okay, yes, of course we had news. Okay, within 30 minutes. So I told you, if I have news within 30 minutes, I'm not gonna trade. Okay, besides, today's news are more volatile, so I wasn't gonna risk anything. So the news happened. Okay, and if you look at USDT, it pulled back. Okay, however, it gave something like a double bottom, but it pulled back. This is the most important thing. It pulled back and gave an inside buy and an engulfing candle, which is a sign of a continuation. Okay, but look at this. I told you in yesterday's video that our job as a trader is literally to do what? To take the easiest trades. You compare these indices and you take the easiest trade. Okay, so yes, I'm talking about S&P 500, I'm talking about the Dow, and I'm talking about NASDAQ. Okay, I open them at the same time and compare them, and I take the easiest trade. Okay, that's the job of a trader, to take the easiest trade. Okay, and I want to share something very important with you as the video is progressing. Guys, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscription button so that you don't miss more. Okay, comment, share for the algorithm. Okay, again, here, this is where prices were just bouncing, but when they open here, we can't tell where volume is trapped, simply because they are opening in the middle. As you can see, we still have the low here, but we can't tell where traders are trapped, although they gave a beautiful pattern. If there were no news today, I was going to take this trade, because when you look here, you will realize that we had something like a shoulder Okay, I want to show you this thing so that you see them, okay, because this is the most important thing. I want you to see these things, okay. I want you to see these things. Oh, sorry, I'm using a white color actually. You see, this is a shoulder over here, okay, and then here's another shoulder here, okay, and then we have something like a head, okay, and we couldn't take this one because we had explosive news. You see, this is a head and shoulder, okay, no doubt this is a head and shoulder, and you can see it. Sometimes when you zoom in, you will be able to see the pattern. Unlike when you have zoomed out, it might get confusing, but when you zoom in, it's going to be way too easy for you to see the pattern, okay. It's going to be way too easy for you to see the pattern when you zoom in, okay. So guys, yes, we had a head and shoulder, and this was the neckline, okay. This is the highest point they've reached after making this low. This was the neckline, okay, of which, yes, it was broken, but we couldn't take this trade. Why? Because we had news coming. Okay. So when the news happened, they literally broke to the upside. They pulled back, okay. They gave something similar to what we got on US 30. However, I want to show you the difference. Why? Because yesterday I told you that your job is to take the easiest trades. There's a lot of information that you have to be processing on your mind as you are looking at your charts, which is why I told you to go and backtest every day. This is why I tell you to read books every day, because there is just a lot of information that has to be going on in your mind, okay. So guys, look at this. Can you tell me the difference between this one and this one? The behaviors were the same, okay. No, oh sorry, we are coming to this one. This one, okay, this one went up, and then yes, it did pull back and gave an inside bar and an engulfing candle, okay. Let's look at this, okay. They gave this. If you look at NASDAQ again, they gave the same thing. They gave an inside candle, and then they gave an engulfing candle, okay. If we were to zoom out this a little bit, you will see they gave the inside bar and they gave the engulf. What is the difference from these two? Well, I will tell you, okay. Wait, I just told you a few minutes ago that the closing price, the low, and the high of yesterday, these are important key levels. This is where you're going to see a lot of support or resistance, okay. You're going to see a lot of support and resistance on these three levels. So these are the most important levels on your chart each and every day if you are a day trader, okay. So guys, when you look at NASDAQ came and bounced on the closing price of yesterday. You know what this tells us? This literally, when this candle closes here, this literally tells us that everybody who was going down and everybody went down here on the head and shoulder is literally trapped, okay, is literally trapped. And that's the most important thing to know. Again, okay, this is just the head and shoulder, as you see, but it forms something like a right angle triangle, okay. But head and shoulders always do that. So when they bounce here, they're telling you that everybody below is trapped, and now they are bouncing on a very important key level, okay, an important key level. So this is a beautiful trade that gave 50 pips very quick, okay. 50 pips in 13 minutes, okay. Actually, it was 15 pip in 12 minutes, okay, 12 or 11 minutes, yeah. Let's say, just say 12 minutes, okay. This is where 50 pip was hit, okay. A very clean and simple trade. Of course, we still have news coming. However, there is a difference of 2 hours. 2 hours is much larger as compared to 30 minutes. We know that, okay, for this news and the equity opening time, we had 30 minutes in between, so we can't take a trade within 30 minutes. Sometimes you can do, because this is the most explosive strategy where your take profit gets hit quick, but for me, I don't feel comfortable. So if you understand the significance of these levels, obviously I believe you got this trade because it was the most easiest trade, okay. And then prices kept on trading until the second news, okay. Yes, we allowed the news to happen. Look what happened, guys. Today was just amazing, okay. We can take this as a rectangle. We can take this as, sorry guys, we can take this as a rectangle, okay. This is a rectangle. What a rectangle does is it traps traders down, it traps traders up, it traps traders down, up, down. Then they broke to the downside. However, they had to go back, and this is where they collapsed, okay. So even if you were using the 20 EMA, which confirms our entries, you would have seen that this, you see, this is the engulfing candle that gave you the entry. If you didn't trust this engulfing candle, yes, you could have waited for them to come out and then pull back and give this thing again, okay? Because if they are going out, you don't take a trade immediately here, okay? Because it's all about the best fill, and whenever they try to pump and dump, that's where you're gonna get the best entries, because now they're telling you that they tried to go up, they literally failed, okay? And then they just collapsed. I did talk about these things where they move prices late. You see, if you took this trade, obviously you are targeting the level, okay? Because these are the most important levels. Every day it's going to be like this. And then, as if that was not enough, if you miss this one, they gave a triple bottom, 1 2 3, okay? 1 2 3, and as you can see, this is where they broke out with an engulfing candle, okay? So you could have taken this one or this one, it's still the same, okay? But preferably I will prefer the first one. Why? Because with the first one you get the best fill, okay? Unlike when you are taking this one, if they pull back, you are gonna lose, okay? But again, if you took this one, I saw this one late, okay? They went roughly 55 pips, okay? I told you in one of my recent videos that they are now moving prices late, okay? And I told you the time at which they are moving prices, around 2 p.m. US time, around 10 let's just say if you're in South Africa, around 8 to 10 p.m. that's when they also move prices, okay? But this one was a dead giveaway. Why? Because if you look again, it's still on the level. So today they just were giving easy money on the levels, okay? This is on the levels, okay? If you go to US30, yes, of course, here it didn't present a very good opportunity, because when we compare this one, of course, sometimes you'll take a trade and lose it. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But if you were to compare this one with NASDAQ, obviously you were gonna take NASDAQ, okay? Why? Because this is the one that actually was happening on the level, and when you look at the EMA, already we are inside, okay? Not different from here. Even here we were inside. However, that one was better, and we always talk about the fact of taking the easiest trade, okay? As you can see, yes, we wait for the next news, and then again, as you can see, they give the same opportunity and prices break out. Fortunately here, look at what they did. They came to the low. That's why I'm telling you, these three levels, the low, the closing, the high, these are the most important level out of all the charts, okay? You see, even here they gave a double bottom, 1, they pull back 2, okay? And eventually what did they do? They broke out with a beautiful engulf that closed inside the EMA. This is a 1 candle stop, okay? This is the easiest trades, easiest trades, okay? Then you take this, and then your 50 pips got hit very quick, okay? In no time, 50 pips was hit in actually 7 minutes, okay? These are the easiest trades. They are coming from the low, they are coming from the closing price, or from the high, okay? This is where you're gonna see a lot of support and resistance, okay? Because going down here, if I see trap volume, I don't want to be taken back to trap volume. That's my personal preference. I hate being taken back into trap volume, okay? Because I understand that I might become trap volume myself. But since now they've already broken down and they are down, and now they're giving a pattern, this is the time. If you go and do your back test starting from last week, you'll realize that last week actually, you realize that they are moving prices exactly at this time, okay? That's why I tell you, go and spend time on your charts. There is no substitution for hard work. Most of the people who are not seeing consistency, people who think trading is not for them, it's because they are not putting in enough work. If you are putting enough work, you will see everything, all the tricks they are actually throwing at you, okay? So guys, if you are going to do backtest, do backtest on the levels. What happens from the levels? That's why I always tell you that trap traders will come from a level, okay? Now let's go and look at other trades. If we look at oil, I've been long on oil for quite some time now, okay? And today it just hit my take profit. As you can see, if we were to look at a daily time frame, okay, daily time frame, you will realize something significant, okay? I did talk about this. I think it was last week. I even posted this in the community, okay? If you look here, here, you will realize that, okay, we got something like this, okay? We got something like this, okay? This is literally what we got, Okay, let's just pull this a little bit up so that it can just hit the body, because I'm a fan of the bodies, not the wicks. Okay, it's, by the way, it's personal preference. Some people prefer using the wicks, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people, you prefer using the bodies. Like me, I prefer using the bodies. Okay, this is where it hits the body, and again it hits the body, so I just love it where they hit the bodies, not the wicks. But it's a personal preference, nothing wrong if you prefer weeks. Okay, so this is on a daily time frame. Okay, this is what we got in a daily time frame. And when we go to an hourly time frame, let's go to an hourly time frame. I want to show you something. Okay, I want to show you something very simple, something very simple. When you are on an hourly time frame, we literally got something similar, okay, from an hourly time frame. Because let me pull this up, okay. I want to show you what I saw on the hourly time frame. Okay, on the hourly time frame, okay, let me draw the pattern. Okay, let me do this because I want to show you everything and how I actually draw this pattern. Okay, let's go. I started somewhere around March. Okay, yes, I'm on an hourly time frame. Let's see, I saw this pattern over here. Okay, let's see, here's the pattern here. Okay, this is the pattern. Wait a minute. I started this March. Oh, yes. Actually, here's the pattern that I saw, because it's on this March. Okay, this is the pattern I saw. Okay, it's up to you. You can take whatever you take. Okay, and the pattern actually was like this. This is the pattern I saw that day. Okay, I even posted it in the community. Okay, so yes, this is the pattern. It started March this year. Okay, and then they literally broke out of the pattern. I took the bodies. I don't take yes, I took the bodies. Okay, this is the pattern I saw. Okay, and they literally broke out of this pattern. And as you can see, they tried to go down before breaking all the way to the top. And what I did, actually, I took my trade on this candle here. Because they tried to go down and literally failed. Okay, literally failed. Okay, so let's pull this line to the bodies. Okay, let's pull this line to the bodies. Yes. This is literally where I took my trade. On this one, and I just gave myself an expansion here of 3. Okay, okay, it's invisible, it's fine. Let me rather do this. I'll take a line here. From here all the way down to here, and then I just gave myself 3 times this line. Okay, it was 3 times this line. Yes, I gave myself 2 times, not 3, because it's an expansion of 3. Okay, and then okay, here it is. Okay, this is where my take profit got hit today. As I'm saying, on oil, my take profit got hit today. And I told you, when actually I drew this, I posted this in the community, and I even posted this pattern here. Okay, so this is the pattern I saw, which is literally a right angle triangle, and we have this hypotenuse actually sloping up. Okay, and this is where, like, yes, I took my trade here, because you can see they tried to go down, and this candle was a big engulf. Obviously, I saw that it's something that's going to break out. Okay, and I took this trade, and obviously today they gave me my target. And obviously my stops, guys, is just 1 pip stop. I use a 1 pip stop always. Okay, 1 pip stop. Okay, one candle stop. Okay, this is literally where yes, my stops were somewhere here, because I knew that if they come down, then my trade is invalidated. Okay, so I was long for some time here, because I told you I'm actually trying long-term trades. However, I'm not yet that much good on long-term trades. Okay, this was last week. I posted this. If you look into the community, you will see it. Okay, and then we had something like GJ. If you look at GJ today, let's go to a 5-minute time frame. You will see the simplicity. Okay, on GJ, I saw something like this. Okay, I saw something like this. You see, what was this? Right before the news. Okay, I saw something like this, and this was an explosive trend. Okay, if we come here, where was it? Oh, sorry guys, oh, give me a minute. Yes, if we come here and then we come here, this is the playbook. Of course, I will not sleep tonight until I post it, okay, because I'm just left with few things, so I'm not gonna sleep until I finish everything. Okay, so guys, this is the kind of trend that I saw. Okay, I've explained this trend in details. I know that most of you haven't yet mastered them, but this is what I saw. This is where they gave a creeping trend and they gave a trend line, and then again they gave a creeping trend and a trend line, and that's when they exploded up with the news. They pulled back to continue. That's where they gave the opportunity. So this is an explosive trend. Hence I always say you must understand the trend you are in so that you don't counter trend a strong trend, because if you counter trend an explosive trend, it's gonna blow your account. Okay, I always say this. So if you look at this, we got this explosive trend, and of course we use the EMA 20th EMA to validate our trades. As you can see, the news went up. We don't guess the news, they came down, and again they gave a beautiful engulfing candle. Okay, so this was like the most easiest trade. Okay, the most easiest trade you can ever find. Okay, because let me show you. I execute on a 1 minute time frame. All my trades are executed on a 1 minute time frame following an engulfing candle. That's what I always do. Okay, because today there were news. As you can see, the EMA is where they bounced and then they engulfed to the top. So I take it here, I put my stops below one candle, but on currencies mostly I'll put them at the low, because currencies don't present much of a risk. And of course my target is always 50 pips on currencies. Okay, this was where 50 pips was hit. 50 pips, yes, it took longer to hit 50 pips, but at the end of the day they hit 50 pips. Okay, so 50 pips was hit roughly here. So this was the most easiest trade, and for me it was triggered by the type of trend that I saw. Okay, I saw an explosive trend. So guys, you must understand the trends. Thank God most of these things are in the playbook, and that's what's going to help you, because even if you look at Euro JPY, obviously Euro JPY is highly correlated with with GJ. Okay, again, when you look at Euro JPY, we had an explosive kind of a trend. Okay, this is where, and then this is where they just did their thing. So obviously this was an explosive trend because we have two trend lines on a different level. Okay, and then yes, of course, we had the news, they pull back. Okay, they didn't go that much for, however, yes, it was actually a beautiful trade. Okay, so today there were beautiful trades, but I didn't take Euro JPY. I took GJ because it's most volatile as compared to this one, but I'm showing you this one because of the correlations. Mostly they move in the same directions. Okay, and of course after the news they give the same thing. You see here they gave the first engulf, pullback, second engulf for those who wanted to add more volume. Yes, they didn't go as far as as far as GJ, but yes, 25 pips, which is half of GJ, was actually given. And when you look at gold today, gold presented a very beautiful opportunity. Okay, even if you look at gold again, we can see that by just using the EMA after the news, you will see that here, like the EMA, we were just on the front side. Okay, so I don't know if somebody counter trended something here, then I don't know what you were literally looking at, because this move was just going up and up and up and up. Okay, up and up and up, and it was just on the front side, so there was no reason at all to actually counter trend this. Okay, you only counter trend when they are on the opposite side of the EMA. Okay, so here, yes, we had news, but they just bounced, and on a 5-minute time frame presented a very beautiful entry here, of course. Okay, one candle stop. Why? Because this is the engulfing candle. They trade, they pin, people want pins. I've told you many times that I don't care about the pin. Most of the time pins are gonna be traps. I care about the engulfing candle. Okay, I've said this many times. I believe you've heard me saying this many times. I don't care about the pin. Okay, because most of the time the pin is gonna be there, is gonna literally be a trap. Okay, so you can see they bounced on the EMA, no candle closed below the EMA. Actually, there's no candle that closed below the EMA, and then this was an engulfing candle. Obviously, this showed that it was a pullback and a continuation. And 50 pips, obviously 50 pips was not a problem. Okay, 50 pips was not a problem. Actually, 50 pips was given before the second news, and that's what we really want to see, because the dollar is involved in this gold in gold. Okay, 50 pips was hit roughly in 9 minutes, as you can see. So this is what we want, and because gold is explosive, obviously you know that your take profit is gonna get hit quite quick. Okay, so guys, today they were just beautiful trades, and if you really look at this video and then you go back and back test, I've shared with you a lot of things. I've shared with you different types of trends. I've shared with you the importance or the significance of levels. I've shared with you that if you are looking at the indices at the same time, take the easiest one. Obviously, if one is bouncing on a level and the other is not bouncing on a level, obviously the one that bounced on a level is actually giving you higher chances. I've showed you patterns here. We had a lot of beautiful patterns. Okay, a lot of beautiful patterns. So today, like, yo, they were just throwing at people. I don't know why, but they were just throwing at people like nobody's business. So guys, as I always say, go and put in the work. There is no substitution for hard work. Why? Because you'll get to understand and see most of these things when you are actually putting in the work. Okay, when you put in the work and you look at what's happening at the levels, you look at what's happening at the half-hour mark or at the hourly mark, you look at what is happening in terms of the patterns, how they behave in short term, or if you want to trade long term like I did on oil, but I'm not yet good on long term. Okay, that's why I took this, and you haven't actually heard me talking about oil because I knew I was on a long-term trade. Okay, so it's up to you guys. The patterns are very important. The patterns are very important. The type of trend is important. The EMA is important. Okay, so there's a lot of important things that I've shared with you. Just go and back test them, guys. Go and back test them. Okay, and guys, read books. Okay, read books, please read books. I know most of you need the books like Shabak and stuff. I'll put in the link, a link from Amazon where you can just go and sign up for a 30-day trial, and then you can get any book. I believe in 30 days, if you are really reading every day, you might finish a couple of books, and there are many books there which are actually audio books. You're not gonna pay a cent. Okay, you sign up for a 30-day trial, you can close it anytime, when maybe there are 5 days for the month to end, or maybe 2 days before the month's end. They are not gonna bill you. Okay, and if you want to continue with that, with getting free access to thousands of books or hundreds of thousands of books, obviously you'll have to pay $7. But for now, 30 days free. Just go grab the books, read them. Okay, grab Shabaka's book, go and read it. Grab a book by Peter Branded. Get any book that will make you understand the patterns. Of course, I've shared a lot of patterns on the playbook, but reading will also improve you. Okay, so I'll put a link in the description to where you can get free audiobooks and PDFs, and then yeah, it's just a free trial. You don't pay anything for the whole month. You can read a lot of books, I believe. Guys, I appreciate you. Hit like, share, subscribe for the sake of the algorithm, and tomorrow is gonna be better. Just learn to sit on your hands. Okay, let me say this. Okay, guys, don't try to predict where prices are gonna go. You're not a gambler. Okay, wait for prices to show you that now we are going in the direction, and that's what you take. Okay, do not predict prices. Ride on prices. I've said this countless times. You don't move the market. You can't predict something you don't move. Okay, you can't predict a direction, or you can't direct somebody to a place you don't know. You need to follow somebody who knows the direction. So once they've behaved like this, obviously now you know what they are doing. Okay, so guys, I really appreciate you. Okay, and this was a beautiful trade because there were still 2 hours in between. Anyway, guys, I love you a lot. Have a beautiful day.